Alright, hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about my my sort of reaction to this new updated tune. Alright, so as you guys know, in I think sort of towards the end of June, I got the updated APR Stage 2 tune with the new updated Pops and Bangs. And a lot of people are still actually asking, with this new tune, you have obviously less torque. That's what APR is claiming in the dyno sheet show. I'll pop it up right now. But as you guys can see, we're kind of down up to 20 torques, which is a lot of torque. And you know, torque is kind of one of the main things that makes these GTIs super quick. It's not the power, it's the torque. Obviously they spin a lot, but I think in my personal opinion and my experience with this tune so far, I really think this new tune has really, in a way, kind of made my car a little faster. I think with the proper tire and engine mount setup, I think the previous tune, that could potentially be quicker than the tune I have now. Obviously with the more torque, with better grip, yeah, I think you could be able to use that torque in the power. But I think for the most part, for this type of setup, I always run all seasons. I will do a tire review, by the way, if you guys are wondering. I have Michelin Pilot Sports, they're all season. So I'll do a review on that, and you guys will learn all about that. But so for the Stage 2, you know, a lot of people, and I actually have some people saying they have similar setups to me, and they say actually feels a little slower. And like I said, in my opinion, I can say that it feels maybe even faster. I've always had a problem with grip in this car. Even with this tune, I spin, and I think it's really driver. It's sort of it comes up to driver experience with these front wheel drive cars. And these things are not the easiest cars to launch, especially off the line. It's really not that great. I used to spin at 50 to 60 miles per hour if I just stabbed it with traction off. That no longer happens. Around 30 to 40 I'll spin if I stab it, but you know, for the most part, the power does build all the way till the end, and I don't get that instant torque, which I didn't necessarily love with the last tune. If you do see the dyno sheet, you will notice that power actually does build all the way till the end of the power band, which is really nice. That's kind of the way you kind of want it to be. This thing doesn't necessarily fall on its face anymore, which is really awesome. But for the most part, I mean, this thing is, the way it's set up right now is perfect. I couldn't want any more power. A lot of people are asking IS38. As you guys know, I'm not doing any more modifications to this car. I wouldn't mind going IS38, but at the same time, this power is very livable, and it's very competitive as well. I've lost my battles and I've won some battles, so it's good. It's very quick, and yeah, I mean, I enjoy driving it, and I never get sick of the power. Which is one thing you know, a lot of people always get sick of their cars, and they always want more power. With this the way it is, and the fact that I'm 20 years old, this is perfect for my type of driving. Now, I will say, regardless of this new tune or the old tune, you're still gonna spin tires from a dig, and it's always gonna happen. You're gonna do it a little less now, but it's still gonna spin tires. I mean, that's just something you have to deal with. It's a bit of a pain in the neck. A lot of people that's a deal breaker when it comes to GTIs. They instantly go Golf R, S3, because they don't want to deal with the front wheel drive. And it's something you can manage. Obviously, like I mentioned before, it's totally up to the driver. But you're just not gonna get that super rapid launch that you would from a S3, Golf R, you know, and so on. So overall, in my final opinion of the torque loss and this new updated tune is, I really like it, and I think you guys should definitely get it. One thing to keep in mind as well is your turbo is working a lot less when you have less torque. Before, I mean, you're beating your car up, and the thing is, with Stage 2, you're kind of pushing your car to the limit anyway. I wouldn't mind just a little smidge less. And that's what this new tune does. It kind of gives your turbo a little break when you're on it. And, you know, it's a GTI. This is a car you're going to drive for a long time. You want it to last. And when stuff breaks, it's expensive. So keep in mind, for longevity, if you keep on holding onto your car, I highly recommend this new tune. It's a very conservative tune. Everyone has their own opinion about APR, but I really think APR killed it with this tune. I love the power, I love the torque. The one final thing I want to touch on before I end the video is I want to talk about the pops and bangs. So a lot of you guys are wondering, are these pops and bangs wider? And the answer is yes, they are. And I think for some people that's the best thing they could ever hear, is these things being quieter. And I know there's people out there with straight pipe setups, and the pops and bangs just sound terrible on a straight pipe. I was almost there. I had a small muffler, but I was essentially straight piped, and I hated the pops and bangs. I hated the pops and bangs when I had a muffler and a resonator. So I mean, realistically, it's with this new setup, you kind of get more burble, you get more pops. It's definitely more randomized, and I don't know, it's just a better experience in my opinion. You kind of just, you never know how many pops you're gonna get when you let off or when you downshift. Before, you know, it was kind of uniform. It was a boom, 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 maybe up to 4. This is like kind of a nice burble. You really can't keep track because it's just a bunch of burbles, and it just sounds so good. It lasts a little bit longer. I would say twice as long as the previous pop file. So when you let off, it's about, I would say, 1.5 seconds, up to 1.5 seconds. Certainly, it depends on where you let off in the throttle. If you're kind of stabbing into it, and if you let off, you can have pops that last up to like 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds, which is awesome. So I'm really glad that APR kind of allowed for variations in the pops. It makes these things, it makes you be able to drive it with the pops on the whole time, because I love the way these pops sound. I can't get sick of them. I really cannot. You know, of course, if you want them louder, the sweet spot, especially, I think all cars are pretty much the same. Obviously, exhaust is going to sound a little different, but the sweet spot, in my opinion, is 35 to 4,000. So you're kind of revving it out, but you get really crispy pops. Like, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So if I rev it to 4K, yeah, there you go. It just sounds so good. So you don't get that tingy sound. And just overall, it sounds so good. But anyway, so that's my rant about the new Stage 2. I've already made a video about this, so if you guys want to see my introduction feelings to this new tune, it is out there for you guys to see. I'll pop a link in the bio if you guys want to see my initial impressions. But other than that, I've had this tune for pretty much, well, it's November now, and I got it in June, so I'm not great at math, but I'm assuming that's like 5, 6, 7 months or so. So I've had it for a while, and I do drive this thing a lot, so yeah, no, I highly recommend doing the swap if you haven't already. I'm sure your APR dealer is pushing you to, because like I said, it's better for your car. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and stay tuned for more, because we got some awesome content to show you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.